Let's fight. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you guys. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Tell me if you guys are receiving me okay at your end. Let me know that our volume is good. We want to know that you guys are receiving us clear. We don't have any issues. We've been working on our audio, giving us some challenge a couple seconds ago. We seem to have cleared it up. But that being said, guys, we already have our guest we're going to be talking with in studio this evening, who's going to be joining us a little later on in the program. We got a full fight card ahead of us, guys. You know, as you come on, what you got to do. Kesh Sharma, by now, you know what you got to do. All you other folks like Onika Glenn, you guys know what you have to do. Let me get some of the other folks who've been on YouTube very, very early in the suburbs there waiting for us. Guyanese Brown Sugar on YouTube. Good to see you there. And all you other fantastic folks. Great to see you guys there. We also see JG on YouTube. We see Damian James as well. I see Annalie Wallace. Good to see you there. Denise London Welchman is there. John Raymond, Orvin Don Cook, all the usual suspects. Norma Jones, Gwyneth Jones, the whole Jones clan here this evening. Russell Pollard, Siobhan McDonald, Michael Gittins. Guys, great to see you folks, including Siobhan Sayers and Lynette Jacob, Debbie Morgan. Guys, so good to see all of you in the ring tonight. Good to see you guys on board. You know what you got to do when you come into the ring, when you enter the Coliseum, when you enter the arena. Guys, we want to know if you guys are receiving us clear at your end. Good to see each and every one of you. Ruth Tessa, S-Ban. Some of you went your own way last night because it was Diwali. Just because it was Diwali. You always know who the faithful ones are, you know. You always know who the faithful ones are. Folks like Nicola Bess and Errol Pratt, Michelle McKay and Mark Ferreira, Everett Small, Bernadette Duncan, Paulette Hicks, Andrew Cuthbert. Let's fight, folks. Chevron Fraser again, Monica Jones. Great to see each and every one of you. We got to hear the bell. Let's fight, folks. We got to fight. Got to hear the bell again. Let's fight. Let's fight. Lots of information to share with you guys. Welcome to each and every one of you, whether you guys are joining us on YouTube, the suburbs, you're joining us on Twitter, you are joining us on Twitter. We call Twitter the Pradoville 2 of social media, the cream of the crop. Or you're joining us on Meta, Facebook. Facebook has rebranded its platform. It's now known as Meta, and we see they're having some challenges already with that logo, the Meta logo, whatever you call that thing, how the things, however you call it, however you picture that, the Meta logo might be a court matter very, very soon based on what we've been reading. But good to see all of you guys, people like Valme Wilson and Rowena Cummins, Doreen and Chin Sung Henry, all you fantastic folks. Good to see you guys ringside tonight in the Coliseum, in the arena, guys. We are fired up. We are ready to go with the hot topics, with the fight card. It's standing by, guys. But you know, as you come in, guys, share the live stream. Those of you who've been with us all week, excepting Wednesday, that is, you guys have been with us all week. Thanks for being here, guys. We want to shout out. We want to give a huge birthday shout out to one of we peeps. Huge shout out, birthday shout out, happy birthday to the one Sharmila Carter celebrating her birthday today. Hope you've had a great day, Sharmila. Hope that all of the folks who should have been making you feel extra special today did precisely that. Sharmila Carter, great to have you in the ring tonight, and happy birthday to Sharmila, folks. You all stand back. Let me just wish Sharmila alone. Y'all don't get jealous. Don't wonder where I know Sharmila from and how I giving her a birthday shout out. Y'all don't worry all of those things. We got ringsiders, then we got extra special ringsiders and so forth. Right? You have to know people in this life. And if you're a Guyanese, you know you got a connection. So we want to say happy birthday, Sharmila, and may this be a definitive year in your life, and may God continue to grow, continue to have you go from strength to strength and from grace to grace. Happy birthday, and you have a couple hours still to spend it well. Happy birthday, Sharmila Carter. That being said, shout out to Claudette Clark and Gail Alicock, Glennis Chilcott and Margaret Nelson, Alexis Arthur, Philip Bunbury. I see Wendell Henry's here too. Eva Jarrick from Connecticut. I see also Raquel Peters. We have Elizabeth Williams, Elizabeth Narine, the whole Narine clan from down south, South Carolina, that is. I see also Warnella Garnett. A great evening to you. Winston Granada. A very good evening to you too, Winston. All the other fantastic folks joining us across social media. Sharon Shepard. I see also Dolet Asana. A very good evening to all of you. Lovely, fantastic folks. I don't know about you guys, but if you all are ready, I am ready to get right to it. Good to see all of you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome in the ring, guys. Welcome to the Coliseum. Welcome to the arena. And we have the fight card. They got things loading. You all know. Things are loading. Stories are loading, guys. Tech ups. You know, one of the things we're following is that just as we're coming on, we saw some information being conveyed via social media and especially via Big Smith News. Big Smith, this government don't seem to have a policy, a coherent policy on everything. One thing today, next thing tomorrow. So you guys know they were not allowing anybody into Guyana who were partially vaccinated. Well, they have reversed their own COVID-19 protocols, their own COVID-19 regulations. And as we are coming on this evening, we are happy to report that they have now gone back on some of what they had initially said as it concerns those persons who are partially vaccinated. And we're being made to understand that according to Big Smith News Watch, he is saying there, or the entity is saying, that the Ministry of Health has granted exemptions to Guyanese who have not yet received their second doses of vaccine to enter Guyana until November 30th. They have now extended that. So you have until November 30th to get your second dose before you are denied entry into Guyana. So if you just had one dose of your vaccine, then the borders there are open to you. And as you know, it was not the case before. They would have been saying that only persons who are fully vaccinated. Again, the Big Smith News entity is pointing out why this is so, because according to them, this follows several concerns raised by citizens that their relatives are not being allowed to travel home since the government implemented its full vaccination requirement November 1. So it didn't take long. It didn't take long for us to see how that's going. They've walked back on that, but to the benefit of persons who want to enter Guyana, that is, and persons who would have been partially vaccinated. So that is one of the things, one of the stories that are loading, and we hope, I'm certain it is good news to lots of you folks. We've now had that extended. Partially vaccinated persons can enter Guyana up until November 30th. I know some more information on this front would have been conveyed via Big Uncle Gordon Mosley. I noticed he had an interview this afternoon with folks out of the American Embassy in Georgetown, and I'm certain they would have given some more guidance there. But again, we have Big Smith News Watch telling us this evening that the deadline for persons has been pushed back now. Well, has been has been extended rather to November 30th, and the fully vaccinated mandate kicked in November 1. But of course, the government don't think anything through. They don't think anything through, so they've now had to go back on all of that. Folks, as you come on, we invite you guys to share the live stream. We're seeing also, as we're on the vaccination front here on COVID-19 in particular, there are more deaths being registered just today and more confirmed cases of COVID-19. And one of the things we are looking at is the fact that you have in other Caribbean territories, they're taking COVID-19 very, very serious, and we're not supposed to be able to do the same. We're not supposed to be able to do the same for today. For today, rather, we saw, or let me be more accurate, on November 2nd, which was just a few days ago, Antigua and Barbuda recorded zero new cases of COVID-19. Zero. And all of their curfews are still in place. Antigua and Barbuda had zero COVID-19 cases on November 2nd. They had 16 hospitalizations. They had 150 active cases. They have 3,818 recovered cases, and they've only had 104 deaths thus far. Active cases, 150. And they are holding on to their curfew measures, etc. Not us. Not us. You know why? Money got make. Money got to make. And that's why we see now all these hasty policies, not engaging the proper stakeholders, not listening to them even if they're engaged. Now you see them having to walk back on some of these measures. So, folks, that constitutes some of the things that we are watching at, some of the stories that are loading, guys. Wherever you guys are joining us from this evening, wherever you guys are joining us from, and let's fight. We gotta fight, folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. We want to hear those bells. And welcome officially into the ring, into the arena, into the Coliseum. Good to see so many of you. Samoa Williams, folks like Tracy Mullen and Donna Barry. Y'all know you're coming to the ring. You got to share the damn live stream, the Dom live stream. I see Sheena Hazel is here as well, and Max Brown and Alexis Douglas. All you fantastic folks. Diane Gravesandi, Elizabeth Maloney. I see Seymour George, and as well as Johnson Michelle or Michelle Johnson. I'm certain it is. Cheryl Gillis, Keith Evans. All you fantastic folks. Welcome in the ring, and let's get right to where we are supposed to be, guys. Let's head to the fight card this evening. Let's head to the fight card. How are you guys doing out there? We trust that all of you are well. We trust that each and every one of you is well. We have had a great week. We've overcome the challenges. The trenches didn't bother all this week. The Jagabas didn't bother all this week. Guys, you're going to want to stay to the end of the program. We're talking about PPP abuses and corruption. PPP's abuses and corruption. You're going to want to stay to the end. I promise you. You're going to want to share the live stream tonight. You're going to want to share. So, guys, let's get right to it. Picture of the day. Picture of the day. And following up where we left off on COVID-19, this picture of the day tells us that we still got some work to do. We still got some work to do. And this was outside of GT&T just today, guys. I'd be grateful if you let me know if you were receiving the audio nicely out there. This is just outside GT&T. Today we know they had a career day fair, lots of job openings at GT&T, and persons, of course, things tight. Of course, things tight. Lots of unemployed people. Compliments of the PPP still hunting down one or two of these 50,000 jobs supposedly being created by the PPP. Lots of people unemployed. And of course, you got a couple of people want more money. Who don't want more money? And while we kudos to GT&T for creating employment for Guyanese, we didn't see too much of the COVID, or too many rather, of the COVID protocols and regulations. Social distancing is one of the key ones. Social distancing is one of the key ones, and we didn't see too much of that here today. We didn't see too much of that here today, guys. Carmen Bailey, what do you think? Ramona DeRush, what do you think? Huh? And so, we call not only on GT&T, but all of the other businesses, private sector businesses. Guys, we got to do much more. We got to do much more. We know it's difficult. And then you might not have even expected this kind of turnout for career fair, but things tight. Things tight. Africa Charles, Alexis Douglas, things tight. Right. Kirk, Hyder Khan, Donna Barry, Idol, Rodney, things tight. Mullen, Paul D'Angelo, things tight. So this was the scene, ladies and gentlemen, outside of GT&T today. And guys, I want to be clear. I ain't attacking GT&T per se, because I know the chairman, the CEO may be watching us now, the marketing manager, the PR folks. I'm just saying that, there are times when we don't contemplate all of the persons who are going to come because of the invitation we extend. Right? But this wasn't a very nice look at all. While we are appreciative of all the jobs that are going to be created here, this wasn't, I'm certain, the company's best moment in the last week. So, guys, we want to work to bring, arrest that kind of situation even before it happens. And so that we can really see, these COVID numbers retreating, declining, mitigating, right? Not so, Samantha Jills. Not so, Dolores Denny. Yep. So that's our picture of the day, folks. I don't know about you, but there is a particular story. There is a particular story making the rounds on social media. And if you live in Guyana, you know the term, you know the truism, right? You know the colloquial way we say, more in the matter beside the pistol. More in the matter beside the pistol. A particular story. And the story, guys, that I'm referring to, this story that I'm talking about, is the killing of medical doctor Colin Roach. More in the matter than on the pistol. More in the matter than on the pistol. And it seems that, it's getting more and more. And I'm going to share some of what we know as of this hour, as you guys share the live stream. Keith Langevine, good to see you, Keith. Samuel Jones, good to see you as well. Alexis Douglas, good to see you. Edwin Warren, great to see you. More in the pistol, more on, right? More in the matter than on the pistol. Right? More in the matter than just the pistol. Other things there. It simply means, for those folks who might not be familiar with Guyanese colloquialism, the vernacular, it means this thing got more to it. This thing got more to it. Melissa April, am I wrong? When you hear the story, more to it, as someone just said, let me get back that. Let me get back that, because there's an added dimension to it now. The person said this story got teeth. Right? Carla Washington says this story got plenty teeth. That is what Carla said. This story got plenty teeth. Right? And we couldn't find a better way to say it, but maybe Carla has found a better way to say it. We say more on the pistol, more in the matter rather, than just the pistol. And you guys know what we're talking about. First time we read this story, right? The folks putting together this information, tech ups, hey, we want the 411. And guys, bear with me, because I want you guys to know and understand all of which we are talking about. We ain't bluffing. Right? So I'm opening up Meta. I'm opening up what they call Meta now. All these fancy things we got now. All of these fancy things we have. And if you hear a feedback for a second, bear with us. Share the live stream. More on the pistol. More in the matter than just the pistol. Guys, you want to share the live stream as you come on. Don't let me waste time tonight. We got business to transact. Let's go in the matter and see. Well, it's there. Let's get in the matter and let's see what else we have that you're going to want to give a share. And we're just pulling together some of what is out there, because the story started one way, but it seems to be going in another direction. Seems to be going in another direction. Guys, share the live stream. And so what do we know of at this hour? What do we know at this hour, folks, on the killing of Dr. Colin Roach? Well respected societally, doing work for the American Embassy there, doing work for the Canadian Embassy according to reports. And what we learned thus far is that a young man has been held, and his name is Hilton Oliver Jr. Franklin. Hilton Oliver Jr. Franklin. It is shocking, some of what we are hearing at this hour. Hilton Oliver Jr. Franklin. Yep. That's what we're hearing at this hour. And according, I'll just bring up what two of the entities said to us about this story. Some of the information that is already in the public domain, but just pull it together for you guys. Big Uncle Gordon told us that a 19-year-old Hilton Oliver Jr. Franklin is the prime suspect. Is the prime suspect in the murder of the doctor. Is the prime suspect. I see some of the news entities says that he is 25 years old. Some say he's a taxi driver / bartender. And Big Uncle Gordon Mosley give his, and Big Uncle Gordon Mosley and news source give his age at 19. And he was apprehended just this morning trying to head to Suriname via backtrack. He was apprehended, according to news source. And again, he's a prime suspect. News source also reports that he was wearing a face mask and a religious gown. Folks, when you all see people dress up, look, you got to wonder these days, huh? You got to wonder. So the moral of this story here at this point is not everybody in a religious gown religious. He was in disguise, beaten through backtrack. For those new to the program and to Guyanese vernacular, beating through. He was leaving via a illegal route, beaten through backtrack. Got on the mask and a religious gown when he was apprehended. Folks, again, more in the matter than on the epistle. And it's quite interesting. Some of the other stories that we are hearing. Quite interesting. Right? Bear with us a second. Quite interesting, some of what we're hearing. So the guy was in disguise. Plenty smart. Here is what else we know, according to news source. That a post-mortem or mortem has revealed that the body of Dr. Colin Roach had, it revealed multiple blood trauma rather, to the head. She was hit in the head several times. In addition to that, we picked up from news source that investigators believe that Dr. Roach was bludgeoned to death with an object from inside his examination room. The report goes on to suggest that the suspect told investigators that he and the doctor were friends. He served as a bartender at the doctor's birthday celebration just last September. And according to news source, multiple sources have reported this, that Mr. Franklin, prime suspect, he was a bartender at the doctor's birthday party just in September. And according to Big Uncle Gordon's news source, according to the news, he is reportedly to have, it is reported that he would have gone to the doctor's office after the office was closed, and he remained there for hours. CCTV cameras captured his entry and exit. Right? And these were CCTV cameras from the nearby building. More in the matter than just the pistol. And then later, he was seen leaving the scene of that dastardly act there in the doctor's sports utility vehicle, which, as you should know by now if you've been following, was found at a place called Schoonard Abandoned. It's found there abandoned. And reports also suggest that the prime suspect lives in that area there. He lives in that area where the vehicle was found abandoned. But the story gets more interesting, more juicy. More interesting and more juicy. Guys, we invite you to share the live stream. Again, we're just pulling together a composite of what the news media have been saying rather. When we looked over to what Big Smith said, well, here's where things get interesting. Here is where things get very, very interesting. Right? They said that, according to sources, he also claimed, this is the bartender slash driver slash friend of Dr. Roach, prime suspect. He claimed that one of the male staffers at the doctor's office helped him and another youth to cover up the crime. Again, this is according to Big Smith News Watch. The Best Village West Demerara youth allegedly said that he drove to Dr. Roach's office around 5 p.m. on Tuesday in a rented vehicle. His male accomplice, allegedly a frequent visitor to the clinic, was already there. Pimp him. In the clinic, viewers, they began to drink Guinness. And Mr. Franklin, the prime suspect, claimed that Dr. Roach became intoxicated and pushed him towards a cot in the area. According to Big Smith News, now whether this cot was an area in which patient or on which patients were examined, or it was a resting place for the doctor or rather after a hard day, was not said. But according to the report, he pushed the doctor. He pushed the doctor. Right? The doctor pushed him. 1 second. The doctor pushed him. That's what the report says. Towards the cot in the area. The youth alleged, Mr. Franklin, the prime suspect, that he fell to the floor near a metal object. He allegedly picked up the metal object and struck Dr. Roach twice to the head. As the physician lay there, the suspect claimed one of the doctor's male employees assisted him. Now, we found that a little strange because we thought if you see that transpiring, you would be shocked. So we're asking ourselves the question, why did a male employee at the doctor's office assist this 19-year-old? That's a question that hasn't been answered as yet. Among the other questions, more in the matter than just the pistol. More in the matter than just the pistol. So we have that question. So he was being assisted by a member of the doctor's staff, as the report says, to cover up. As the physician laid there, according to Big Smith News Watch, the suspect claimed one of the doctor's male employees helped him and another man to tamper with the DVR, the digital video recorder, on the premises. The staffer also allegedly helped the killers to wipe off fingerprints from the area. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And according to the report, finally, the killers then left. The detained man allegedly drove off in the rented car, while the accomplice drove off in Dr. Roach's vehicle. Both vehicles have been recovered, and two of Dr. Roach's employees remain in custody. It goes on. Crime Chief Blanham revealed that the police are pursuing a female who assisted Franklin in traveling to Berbice, where they apprehended him. And the report ends finally by saying police are still to locate the young man who Franklin said was with him when Dr. Roach was killed. You see why we said more in the matter than just the epistle? Clearly, the employee working in Dr. Roach's office wasn't shocked at all by what transpired. As a matter of fact, the report consistently said they aided what was happening. And so, folks, as we get more information on this issue, as we get more information on this issue, we're going to bring it to you. As Ron Sultan says, this story got more than one side. And that's another Guyanese colloquialism. Story got three sides. Me side, you side, and the side we ain't hear about yet. Me side, you side, and the side that we didn't hear about yet. And so, guys, we are going to continue looking at this issue. And as we get more reporting, we're going to bring it to you. Petula Boy says she was shocked. One of the viewers reading her comments here, I was left with my mouth open. How many of you left with your mouth open? Shocked. Candy Deline, Inderjeet, Stacey and Stoll, Donna Liverpool, Carmen Bailey. Me, man, y'all being shocked, but share the live stream. We want to see those emojis as well. We want to see the emojis. Share the live stream. Wait, Nadia, Rena Cummins, Melissa April. We equally shocked. The more information we gather, the more shocking it is. The more shocking it is. And I would hazard. See somebody say, OMG, big and bold. They got more coming out here. They got more to this story. So, Big Smith gave us one version, or rather I should say, Big Uncle Gordon Mosley gave us one version and Big Smith expanded on that. And as we get more information, we're going to be sharing that with you. Our thoughts and prayers go to the family, friends, and the community that knew and loved Dr. Roach. And as we get more information, we are going to bring the information to you. As we get more information, but those are the details that we have at this hour. Diane McFarlane says it's terrible. I see Dexter Lewis comment there as well, and Cheryl Gillis and Paulette, Carol Williams, Roxanne Smith Reynolds. Good to see all you guys on the live stream this evening, guys. As you come on, share the live stream. Crime is still spiraling. That being said, as we get more information, we're going to have more information for you guys. Crime still going up though. Unabated. On this particular issue, we see the police seemingly moving very quickly. That is commendable. Let me be the first to say that there on this particular issue. Police seem to be moving with a clarity. Again, commendable. Crime still going up. Learning today that DJ Choppy was stopped to death. This DJ is from Bartica. Chopped to death. Chopped to death. Again, interesting story. The story is told very quickly. The story is being reported that Andre Collision, that's his name, also known as DJ Choppy of Bartica, Essequibo River, was early Friday morning stabbed to death at Peruni Landing during an argument over money. The report continues that investigators were informed about 1 a.m. that Mr. Collision, DJ Choppy, left his room in search of food and went to Two Blessed Sisters restaurant there at Peruni Landing and made an order. While waiting to collect same, the suspect went into the said establishment and there was an argument that ensued between the suspect who committed this act and DJ about monies owed. The argument became heated and the suspect drew a knife from his pants. Life cheap. He drew a knife from his pants and stabbed the victim to his abdomen and thereafter made good his escape. Collision was picked up by public spirited citizens and taken to the Peroni Health Post, where he succumbed to his injuries while receiving treatment. Life cheap. We don't value life. So again, crime is on the rise, spiraling out of control. Where is Robeson Ben? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Also on the fight card, folks. Also on the fight card, justice. Sometimes justice is delayed. Sometimes it comes swift. Told you guys last night that 16-year-old who was snatching things by Stabrook Market that didn't belong to him, who lost his life. Justice was swift. And justice in this instance seemed a little slow. But justice was served. And this is the fellow, viewers, this is the fellow who killed that young man, that British teen, who was visiting, I think back in 2015, yeah, the British citizen, Dominic Bernard. And this was his god brother, Aaron Hing. Aaron Hing. This story is so sad. But justice has been served as he was committed to hang. He was committed to hang. Very quickly, here's what the story says. Here is what the story said. He was committed to hang by Justice Kissoon. Let me get the full name right. Justice Sandel Kissoon. Right? He was sentenced to death, rather, by a 12-member jury. So his god brother came into the country from Britain, and himself, Mr. Hing, orchestrated to have this young man killed. And here's what the mother of the young man said to me, registered, resonated. What the mother of the victim said. Good. And we're picking this report up out of Newsroom. The mother, Lyndon Bernard, in an address to the court, called out Hing for his low-life, cowardly act and said, "We trusted you. We opened our hearts and our home to you." Yep. She went on to say, "You are a fool and a liar for thinking you could have gotten away with this. And I want you to wake up every day in your prison cell thinking about what you did." Yep. That's what the mother said in addressing the court. The father didn't mince words either. The father of the victim. Here's what the father said. Andrew Bernard. Here's what he said to his godson, Aaron Hing, who killed his son. For the main architect and premeditator behind the brutal crime, you're a liar, a coward, and a murderer. The father added, as they say, if you prepare to do the crime, you must be prepared to do the time. That's what the father said. And he even added that as a family, the sister, Bernard's sister, is still haunted by the tragedy. Still haunted by the tragedy. Justice has been served. Justice has been served. That's as Justice Kissoon sentenced Mr. Andrew Hing to death. Right? Justice Kissoon said he's unfit. This is Aaron Hing, the god brother, the murderer. He is unfit. In the judge's exact words, you are unfit to dwell among ordinary human beings, and sentence him to death. You're unfit to dwell among ordinary human beings. That young man came home for holiday with family. Yeah? With family. Sometimes it's not what strangers do you in, with family. You got to watch for family. Well, the PPP come back. You want to know how to come back? All kind of planes being found in all kinds of strange places. The PPP come back. Now, this plane was found with no marking and unregistered at Madia. At Madia. The pilot and the other individual that was there said it is not drugs they're running. Oh, they came looking for gold. That is what they said. That is what the two persons said. The two gentlemen who were identified. One David Casido. One David Casido and one Riasco Gomez. Those are the two individuals. One David Casido and Riasco Gomez. No. They're running. They're running drugs. They came with an unmarked plane, unregistered. They're looking for gold. You understand why we were deemed a narco state under them boys? And while we are hastening back there, planes landing, things happening, right? But them boys say, it's not so. It is not so. And then, the other story we're tracking this evening, folks, you're going to want to stick around and hear this one now. The PPP playbook, this is one right out of the PPP playbook, and we're focusing our attention this evening on abuses and corruption. Abuses and corruption. And we're looking at Desmond Morian. We're looking at Desmond Morian. You want to want to stick around and hear this. And for the main event this evening, we are talking to Miss Ulanda Niles, who got some unique insight about this particular story. Without further delay, I want to talk to our guest, Ulanda Niles. Without further delay. Ms. Niles, a very good evening and welcome. A very good evening. Ensure that your mic is on. Go right ahead.
No.
All right, we're going to sort that out, folks. Not to worry. We're going to ensure we sort that out. Let me make sure we have that.
Hi, good night.
All right, give
Hello.
us a sec. We're going to straighten that right out. All right. Just ensure we have the audio. All right, let me see if this helps us. Are you there? You're going to want to hear this story, guys. You're going to want to hear this story because this young lady alleges abuses by the hand of Mr. Desmond Morian, and also articulated for us instances of possible corruption. Are you there? Just put on your mic for us. We notice that your mic is off.
Okay, you hear me now?
I'm hearing you quite clearly. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you. Good evening. My name is Miss Letitia Niles. How are you doing?
I am very good. I'm very good. Talk to us about you articulated for us some of the abuses you would have suffered at the hand of Mr. Desmond Morian. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. Me and Mr. Morian, we share a 12 months relationship. When he comes to our home, he was very okay and all right, whereby we had a nice relationship. But after that, he started to get in abuses, whereby he pushed me out of the government vehicle, public works vehicle, PPP 7959. I have a scar on my foot whereby he abused my daughter on July 12th in our home. He has he leave our home, went and get engaged to one of the girls from the COVID team. Her name is Gail I Phil. She's texting my daughter, threatening our life. They're tinted vehicles. We have number plates, pictures who we would have took out in our phone that is at our home.
Miss Nigel, you've given us a lot of information there. Let's take it from the top. You said that Mr. Morian has pushed you out of the government vehicle. Where would have this allegedly took place?
197 Arnock Street at my Queenstown home.
And what led to him pushing you out of the vehicle? So
Because
you're
he because he's having these affairs and I would have telling him about it. And we
uh,
goes to church together. So I would have asked him questions and he get annoyed and push me out of the vehicle. And I also have other information whereby that the same woman Gail I feel he got engaged to. He was working along with a COVID team whereby they were stealing the government's money.
and what has led you to that belief that the government money was being stolen?
Because one of my friend, I have a record, one of my friends by the name of Richard Boville, whereby he took $70,000 from his salary. And when he was at home in my home, there was a phone
Uh-huh.
call from a woman on that team was telling him, I have your package here. So he would have said to her, not on the phone. We gonna meet and we gonna talk about that later. Whereby with a pink slip, when he used to be in my home, when we wake up in the morning, he would get the pink slip and he would write out all the names of the pink slip. And when he reached to these age like 20 to 19, and if there is five or more than five people is living in that yard at the address, he would have took it out and put it one side. And whereby he and all the policemen, whereby he's having sexual relationship with four of the staff on the COVID team that I knows about that I caught him with, and all of them come together and they would have stole the government money. Presently, right now, he's doing his house in Diamond, and the woman Gail, I feel she's doing her house to Inspire. I have all the evidence in my phone. I know I'm looking out for the black gods tonight because it's me and my two kids are living alone. But I am not afraid of no one. I am coming live. I'm going public wherever the Guyanese people need me to go. I will.
Miss Niles, you're making some damning allegations. Was Mr. Morin part of the COVID team or a COVID team?
He was part whereby he got a contract from Mr. I have his name in my phone. I can't remember his name.
So yeah,
I have
he
the
got a
name in
contract.
my phone.
Uh-huh.
And whereby RJ would have called me this afternoon on my phone and asked me to come into finance on Monday with
And
these
coming to do what?
evidence.
Coming to do what?
Come in with the evidence that I have in my phone.
Mhm.
If I'm working with the COVID team, why does it Mr. Moran have to go and put my money with a check that belongs to him? And in the in the in the proof that I have, whereby Richard Boville is saying that he took $70,000 from his money, but that was from Boville's salary.
Mhm.
And on the second part of collecting that money, he would have go and put Mr. Boville money that Boville had to collect in his name. A check was written. In that recording, we would have also had that he has to pay the people in at finance, right? Mr. Morian, he's taking all these young girls to sleep in. He's taking them to Marriott because the girl Gail, she would have told me that at the Turkine police station that I am cheap and he to take her here and take her there, right?
So, Miss Niles, you're alleging that in this. I know you have a lot of information, but I just wanna bring it systematically for our viewers. You were alleging that this COVID relief money that was being given out, there was corruption that was in being that was that they were involved in, Mr. Morian in particular, in terms of not getting this money to the people that the money was for.
Yes. I remember the guy name. He would have signed a contract there with Mr. Balgobin.
This is Mr. Cherichan Balgobin. That's the allegation you are making.
Yes. And whereby the pink slip, what I'm referring to you, the pink slip, if there is, the box used to be at my home in Ornock Street with a white slip and the pink slip. When the pink slip started, he would have get up 6 o'clock in the morning and have a book with a pen, writing down all the people from the pink slip names. There are people in Diamond which I would have called, would have said they did not receive their money. When they're asked about their money, he would have told them the need to make contact. Right
Contact
there,
where? Contact with him or contact with the government? Whichever
maybe
government office was responsible.
with no with the government or with him, somebody. That's all he said to the people. But there are a lot of people on the East Bank. Mr. Moran would have started steam from Friendship and finish in Georgetown, right? So this is what I'm saying. If there is 4 persons a day name that he put aside, that is $100,000 a day, and they would have been working all 30 days or 31 days. So we are speaking about millions of dollars of the government money that Mr. Moran knows about. And he's terrorizing. And he has Albert Town Police Station Sergeant Beckles. When he assaulted my daughter, he would have tell me he went to Brigham and speak to some commander there and one of his friends, and his friends tell him that if Miss Beckles need her gratuity, she has to drop the matter against my daughter. This is a piece.
Hold up, Miss Dial. So you've articulated for us, not only did he push you out of a vehicle belonging to the government, not only is he involved in corrupt practices, those are the allegations you raised this evening,
Yeah.
and he has abused your daughter. Uh, Explain that for us. What does abusing your daughter mean in your
Okay.
mind?
Okay. My daughter wake up one morning. I didn't know if she was in a bad mood or anything, but she would have talked to me in a kind of a way. So I go to her and tell her, do not speak like that. Right? Be polite in the house. You're a young lady, know how to speak. And he would have go up to her and take a rope and tie her hand, put her to kneel down on the floor, and he slap her like 8 slaps in her face. And she would have run out the home and go to Albertown Station and make a report. Mr. Morian went, I don't know when, I was not around in the country. He went and took out a restraining order for me and have these same girls from the COVID team that he's sexually involved with coming to my home, threatening my kids. I have a son, he's autism, he's 9 years old. My daughter is 15. They are bringing, why isn't Miss Beckles know that Mr. Morin is wanted since the 12th of July to give a statement against a teenager that he assaulted? Why isn't she holding on Mr. Morin? I am not afraid of no restraining order. His clothing is in my home up to tonight, and all I wanted is things out of my apartment. I would have called Albertown Station like several times, go there. I would have made a complaint about Sonia. She's the one that told me Mr. Morian is a politician and Mr. Morian gonna wipe you out. He's planning to wipe you out a very long time. So I said, how you mean wipe out? He said PPP politicians just wipe out people. Right? That's what one of the girls from the COVID team, the young lady Sonia, that's what she would have said to me. So Mr. Morian is wanted for stealing the government's money. He's wanted for assault. me and my daughter, and he's wanted to let in endangering our life by bringing women that he having affair with at my home.
Miss Niles, have you verified from the Alberton police station that your daughter did make a report there? And how old
Yes,
is your
my
daughter?
my daughter is 15 years old. When he said when Miss Beckles would have heard that if she wanted our gratuity, Miss Beckles dropped this story. And Miss Beckles never come and do an investigation. I am home all the time. She never came and do an investigation. They would have never investigated. But the journalist there, I was at church this morning and I saw Mr. Morian's vehicle in Rock Street. So I went across the Freedom House. I have pictures with me and my son at Freedom House. And I would have said to Mr. Morion, take the vehicle and come and get your things out of my home. Mr. Morion took me into the PPP office and tell me there he's going to kill me. And he put me there to sit down. And when we sitting down, while we were there, me and my son, we saw the police vehicle come at Alberton. She didn't have on no uniform or anything. She's a journalist. She's be upstairs. Come and pushing me down for me to take a restraining order from a journalist and somebody that doesn't have on a uniform. So I asked her to give me the way to pass and I
Wow.
leave. I can't understand this. He is wanted at the station. He, he paying the police to come at my home. George was at my home. My landlady upstairs and her son, I would have shown her the two lady picture and they would have identified the woman also my 9-year-old son because I was not at home presently. So this is what is going on. He have his friends. We try getting Vindi Prasad in this matter. She never answers. We leave our number. That is Minister of Social Protection. We try
Interesting.
we try getting to Mr. Ben umpteen times.
Interesting.
Check Mr. Ben secretary. My name is there more than 3 times. I would have take out picture outside of Minister of Home Affairs just because it doesn't have a COVID vaccine card. I cannot get to go in. So I'm asking the police if it's right that Mr. Morion could come at our home or send ladies, the COVID thief them from the COVID team, would thieving the government money at my home so that they can enter my home along with the police from Alberton. A restraining order, I'm not afraid of that. If you bring in
Miss
a restraining order and you want to identify me, you have to come at my home. You cannot
Miss
send in
Niles,
people to endanger my life.
Miss Niles, the penultimate question I want to ask you is, what do you want out of this? What are you seeking out
I
of
am
it?
I am
And then I
seeking
have to
for
ask you a hard question at the end.
yes, I'm seeking for justice for me and my daughter. Right? The
Great.
government has to know. I have a record from Mr. Morian 3 weeks ago. When I called him, I said, Mr. Moran, where are you? Can you please come and pick up your things? He said right now he's speaking to two Rastaman. And the two Rastaman need land. I said land for what? He said to plant ganja. Right? And he's in a
Interesting.
meeting with these men and they are drinking. And as soon as he finished, he would come and get his stuff. Right? These
Yeah.
is the things you have to put up with politician because he's a politician. We're nobody. Mean my daughter. My daughter is a teenager. No woman that concerned Mr. Morian have no right texting my daughter. My daughter went away from my home on Saturday, overdosed herself with tablet and was sleeping on the streets. I couldn't find my daughter
So she's
because
traumatized. She's
yeah,
traumatized. That's
she's
what you articulated.
traumatized. My daughter
Miss
is
Niles,
traumatized.
Miss Niles, let me ask you a question that may be going through the minds of Guyanese as they listen to the allegations that you're leveling here of corruption, of lies, of all of the abuses
Abusing.
you're also articulating. Why shouldn't Guyanese take this as just a woman who was in a bad relationship and doesn't want to let it go?
No. It's not a bad relationship that don't want to let it go. That is what Guyanese people would think, especially women. They would say the man don't want her and she this and she don't. But I am here. I have to talk out because these politicians, they do whatever they feel like, right? He has embarrassed me, right? He has made my daughter traumatized. My 9-year-old son would have started catching fits this morning at CPP office because he has autism. We're all big people. When you're dealing with matters, deal with it in the right way. And this is coming from me on behalf of the police. They are here to serve, to protect, right? They are coming at my home with Mr. Morian ladies, Gail, I, Phil, and Sonia. It is not right. I can let go of any relationship. I'm human. We all have to go through bad times sometimes, but not the people be harassing us and tormenting us. I don't care about the relationship. It is over and I have my way. I need him to get his things out of my home. So this would have had me going to his premises in Diamond, whereby he went and took out a restraining order because he know that I was going on social media for him. So he think, and the police think that the restraining order would frighten me, but I am not afraid. I am waiting on Mr. Moran and he black God. And I am waiting on Alberton Police Station. I'm home. Presently, my number is 698-2858. Nobody hasn't called me.
Well, we'll
Alberton
call you
Police
after
know
tonight.
me.
Miss Niles, I want to thank you for sharing your story with us. It's very traumatizing to listen to, and we have taken note. And certainly, I'm telling you, before the hour is up, Ben gonna know. You're gonna have Vindia gonna know, the whole Freedom House gonna know, and we wait to see what redress. Because too often in this country, when women approach the police and police stations, police say we can get them man and woman story, and that is unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate, right? And we hope that you go a step further in giving the evidence that you have
Yes,
to the
we
people
are
who've
going
asked
all
for it.
over. We are going all over. I am even planning to get my people, them, my friends, women like myself. I am not stopping. I don't care about restraining order. I will attend court with the restraining order because I want everybody to know. The PPP already know because when I was there this morning, everybody keep coming out. Everybody keep coming out. The police is running at my house with a restraining
Well,
order.
they come out, but they don't do anything.
Yeah, they don't.
They
They
come out, but
can't
they
do
don't do anything.
anything. They
They
can't
come
do
back and they come
anything.
out.
They
Yeah.
cannot do anything because I am not afraid of nobody. I would have sent Barra Jagbio a voice note on his cell phone telling them that Mr. Moran is thieving the government money and he never called me.
Well,
Right?
Miss Niles, thanks for spending this time with us and bringing this issue to the public. Thanks very much, Miss Niles.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Have a great evening.
Thanks very much, Miss Niles. Folks,
Thank
there
you.
you have it in Miss Niles' very own words, the allegation of the corruption, the allegation of the abuses, the allegation of all the other things there. She says she wants peace and quiet. And it is very heart-wrenching that women especially are always caught in this and always got to scream to the top of their lungs for help. You're going to the police, you are trying to get redress, and people aren't taking you seriously. People are not taking you seriously. So we want to thank Miss Niles for coming on, for sharing her story with us. We know it takes a lot of courage to do this in a society that is tremendously, tremendously judgmental. But we want to thank her for doing that, and we hope that she gets redress, that she gets the kind of redress that she needs and deserves. Right? And we know, folks, lots of folks in the PPP, right? You said something but prayer. Oh, you dare not call prayer a wild hog. You will get a statement from all manner of paper organization, right? But the folks who are abusing women out there are being protected by these scamps, by these jagabats. That's what's happening. Thanks again, Miss Niles, for sharing that with us. We hope that you get redress. Folks, and that's our program this evening. That's our program this evening. Share the live stream. We want to see those emojis. They come back. They come back. We don't know how else to tell you guys. They come back. Right? You got from Carl Singh in Region 9. You all remember he? Huh? And they play big, and you can't talk and you can't speak out. They can do this and they can threaten your life and all of that. Y'all remember Carl Singh? Oh, still waiting legal opinion. Huh? They can wait to see bloodshed or some foolishness like that. And then there is no redress. And they call themselves a government. And simple issues, you can't get the system to work for you. This is the foolishness. Guys, share the live stream. Let the world see the foolishness happening in the cooperative oil producing republic. Let them see the foolishness that happening. Because they go out there on the international stage in Glasgow and Ghana and talk a whole setup, a whole pack of lies, like they're angels. And then you got the Miss Niles of this world, who got the courage to pull back the veil and show you the beasts that they really are. Right? That they really are. That got the courage to pull back the veil. I know it took a lot of courage to come before thousands of Guyanese and say, this is what I'm living through. This is what I'm living through. And I just want peace, quiet, and justice. Right? And it seems as though only when people come and hold up a placard and a protest sign, then they get some action in the country. And that's sad. That social protection and really protecting people. And the serve and protect people ain't really protecting people. It's quite sad. They come back though. They come back. Public security in tatters, economy in tatters, health system in tatters, you name it, they come back. And this is the kind of decadence and degradation, socially, decay, that has always characterized these Jagabats. But I want to thank Ms. Niles for having the courage of our conviction for justice, the courage of our convictions to pursue the matter. That's our program this evening. We know some of you guys are heading off to work, heading to other places. That's our program this evening. We say to you guys, continue to social distance, to wear your mask, to sanitize, to practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are in place for your health and for your safety, that of your friends, family, and your loved ones. And guys, remember, as you go, that we cannot do this without you guys at all. We cannot do this without you guys. This is the truth. Unfettered. You think they want to hear this? They don't want to hear this. They want to think everything nice and rosy. Oh, everything dandy. Don't talk about the 4% that food prices gone up. Don't talk about the spiraling crime. Don't talk about the COVID deaths every day. Don't talk about the COVID infections every day. No. Just say they're the best thing since sliced bread and you got to go. You got to go. But this is the truth. And we need your help to continue doing what we are doing. Guys, you heading off, do so safely. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to each and every one of you. Laverne, folks like Laverne, Harry Chiran, Kelman, and Francis Escourse, and Tracy Mullen, Dion, is it Dion? Bibi, Ayana Sandyford, Joan Stephanie, and Janet, Alia, Waldron, we see you there, Paulette Hicks, and is it Shakira Phillips? All of you fantastic folks, and Don, good to see you, Don Fraser, and Joan Stephanie, Persis Bagot, good to see you there as well. All you fantastic folks who have joined us right throughout the week. We could not have done this week without you guys. If you're just looking for different, because we're tweaking things, and we're still tweaking, guys. We told you we want to get better. We want to get more professional. We want to expand a bit more and to deepen what we do, this kind of journalism that we do here. And thanks to you guys, you've been helping us to grow from strength to strength and to expand. Good to see so many of you like Max Brown, here this evening. Alexis Arthur and Janet Edwards, Rebecca Sukilal. Good to see you. Carmen Augustus and Andrew Cuthbert, Michelle Johnson Michelle. Good to see you. Carla Washington. All you fantastic folks. As you go, guys, share the live stream. And we want to see those emojis. Share the live stream. Let folks get the valid and credible information. As my colleague on the rush, Mr. What's his name? Would say. Good to see all of you this evening, guys, and we trust that you guys have a fantastic weekend. Again, valid and credible. Randolph Critchlow, quote unquote, valid and credible information, guys. Thank you for being here with us night after night. We missed on Wednesday. We told you guys we were recalibrating some of our systems at the back end, and we're going to be doing a little more of that in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So sometimes we come on and not everything is going to sync just perfectly, but we promise you that in another month's time, you're going to see a vast difference in what we do here. Thanks to you guys who've been helping us. Come on board, guys, and partner with us. We need your help, and we are grateful for your help as well. We are tremendously grateful for your help. People like It's Michelle Solomon and Johnson. Michelle is still here. It's Michelle Solomon, Andrew Cuthbert again. Birthday greetings to the birthday girl, Sharmila Carter. Happy birthday again, Sharmila. We started with you. We're going to close our program with you, wishing Sharmila a happy birthday. Great to see all of you who are joining us at home in Guyana and also in the diaspora. Whether you guys are joining us from one of the continents from around the world, folks joining us from Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, as far as Antarctica. Guyanese are scattered all over the world, but we love our country. We know why you guys come and tune in night after night. Selena Fraser, one of our top fans from Canada. Good to see you, Selena. And also good to see you, Verda France and Yolanda, Mullin, all of these sweet, fantastic, beautiful, handsome, well-natured, measured, uncontroversial fans that we have. Christopher Harry Paul is here. I see Cameron Augustus is here too. Jem Van Veal is here as well. Shellyan is up in the hizzer. Claire, Alexis, Charmley, Richmond is here as well. Good to see you, Claire. And all you other great folks, guys, have a fantastic weekend. We look forward to seeing you guys on Monday, same time, same place. Thank you for the support we have received, not only home in Guyana, but also in the diaspora. Guys, we got one common enemy to fight. That enemy is the PPP. Hold the focus. A lot of people want to distract us, you know. A lot of people want to distract us. We giving some people relevance, right? Some people not important to us. We got one focus, and we hold the focus, and we advise you guys to do the same. Hold the focus. Thanks for all of you for joining us this evening. We're going to see you guys right back here, same time, same place, guys, on Monday. Thank you for your support. We cannot do it without you. This program is powered by you, the people. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend.